So today we are covering insurance and risk management. Insurance, as we generally know, we are worried. We already have. Most of us has health insurance, life insurance, and car insurance, property insurance. But here we will be like seeing ki, are we having the right amount, or do we have the right kind of product, and how much, and what all is necessary for us. And risk management, under risk management, emergency fund is also important. We have talked about it earlier also, but I want to emphasize it again because emergency fund, building of emergency fund, we generally forget or don't create, but this is really very important. And from next session I will be covering more about the investment part and asset allocation. So today, before going further, I just wanted to emphasize how to protect ourselves. And when we have the right amount of coverage, then only we should think about creating wealth. First, we need to have the protection, the cover for any emergency and for any risk. Then we will think about creating wealth. So insurance planning is like building a solid financial foundation. It starts with understanding your insurance needs. You need to guard before creating wealth for yourself and for your family. So this is very important, to guard ourselves. So many times we build wealth, and when something happen, then all our planning goes in vain. So we need to have a cushion for that. So first thing is creating an emergency fund. This is really very important. And nobody of us knows what's gonna happen in the future. So we need to create emergency fund for at least 6 months of our necessary expenses. So 6 months of necessary expenses include our basic necessity expenses plus EMIs of any loan that are going on. So this is our emergency fund, and we need to like have emergency fund before starting or before creating any wealth for ourselves. This is so important. So emergency fund is for our unexpected expenses, help you to weather life surprises from medical bills to car repair. Anything can come anytime. So we need to be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. Financial stability, it provides financial cushion, reducing stress and allowing you to focus on your long-term goal. Suppose you have not created any emergency fund and suddenly your job loses, so you will be in a very stressed situation what to do. But when you have emergency fund, so you will not be that much worried. At least you have the cushion, or you have the income for at least 6 months of expenses you have provided for them, so you will not be in that much stress. So 6 months of daily expenses and EMI is like recommended to have in liquid funds. So you can have the cash, you can have like even FD also you can have, or like liquid mutual funds you can have, or just in saving account is not recommended because there you will get just 3% or 4%. So you can have mutual fund, like money market mutual funds are good options. There you will get 6 to 7% return, almost FD like. And in one day you can get your funds available to you. So at least 6 months of expenses we should have in liquid funds for any emergency situations. So many times when we prepare for the worst, nothing happens. When we are not prepared, then we get very stressed. Some situation, even some small thing happens. So we feel very worried. So it's very important to create an emergency fund before creating your wealth, before starting your wealth journey. And then emergency fund preparing, and then having insurance also very important. We all know life is uncertain, anything can happen. So we need to like have for life insurance, health insurance, and property insurance, or like car insurance. These are also important, and I think most of us do have car insurance, health insurance, and life insurance. But today I will be covering key like how you can compare your health insurance. I think now the most people understand that we need to have the health insurance, and what should we should look in our health insurance policy, so that we know, okay, these are the things I should consider before buying. Or even if I have, so I should see, okay, is it enough coverage, or is it good, or do I need to change? Or in life insurance, so how much coverage is enough? So you have to determine your needs, current financial obligations, your dependents, and potential risk. Here, it's generally we have children, their education. So all for all those income we need to provide for. Okay, how much in today's term I will need for my financial obligations tomorrow. And then you research options with comparing different plans and coverage. And then you need to obviously see affordability. We would like to have as much as possible, like 10 crore, 20 crore, but we need to also see it should be affordable to us. Premium should not be like 1 lakh we are just giving in premium. That should also be not be there. So we have also to we should also consider affordability. And needs, we are determining like basic needs, not our luxurious need. So if you have more money, you can like take multiple insurances as well, but here generally we talk about your necessities. Like if today you are not there, how much financial obligations you want to fulfill, your like spouse, your kids, how much you need to like have for them if today you are not there on the earth. And based on that, and I recommend having a term insurance because the price is, you will get in 12,000 or something like 1.5 crore coverage. And if you just buy the whole insurance, you have to pay a lot. But there are some positive things also with whole life insurance. Many a times people don't feel like going into term insurance. They don't feel ki I should be like having a insurance is a good idea. So at least you can start with whole life insurance. And in that whole life insurance, you will be getting around 5-6% interest rate, and you can get the taxation benefit under 80C. But the recommended is like term insurance, if you can take like till you're working like 50 till 55, and every year you have to pay till to 55 or 60. You can decide till when you want to pay. And when you are not having any obligation and you are having wealth for all the needs, and you feel like now I'm in a good situation, then obviously there is no need. And many times if I see in my family, earlier I used to see why papa is not taking insurance and all, but now I can see they are having like good wealth, good passive income as well, so they don't need. So first we have to look, do we really need, or we have created that much wealth? So if you don't, if you feel you have not created much wealth for your children or for your dependent, so it's like absolutely must to have a term insurance plan if you are comfortable, so that if today or anything happens, so your family will not suffer. So before creating wealth, I feel these are the some of the important steps that we should take. And then health insurance. So we need to look for the comprehensive coverage. By comprehensive coverage, many a times what happen, we are just looking for some health insurance policy. If I'm having some policy, I feel okay, I have enough health coverage. But nowadays, if you see like uh, your parents or like your now life expectancy has been increasing, and if you in your neighborhood or in your family distant relative, you can see some of the old age people, they require long term care. Long term care could be like hospital care, it could be the care at home, it could be like you will need a nurse for them. So many health insurance policy provide that as well. So you need to see like critical illness cover is there or not, disability rider is there or not. So with one health insurance policy, you need to like consider all these things. If my policy is sufficient or not. And having a family floater is good rather than having individual policy. And I feel most of us just have family floaters. So you can have a basic plan of 5 lakh or 10 lakh, whatever you feel is good. And over and above that, you can have a super top up plan. I will be talking about it later. And you can check like Policy Bazaar or Ditto. These are some of the websites, and Ditto I find recently, joinditto.in. Here you can just put your policy and you can find all the details, and you can compare any number of policies there. So you can compare the premiums and everything. I will also show that website in some time after this slide. No, after this presentation. And now here are top 8 things that we need to check when we are buying health insurance, or if we are already having, so we need to check if in our health insurance all these points are there or not. So first thing is avoiding co-payment clause. Many a times what insurance company does in medical insurance, they have this co-payment clause, like 20% co-payment. If it is written 20% co-payment, this means if any hospitalization or anything happen, 20% you have to pay from your pocket. And it doesn't make much sense if you are having a health insurance, and if there are much like you are having insurance policy also, and again you have to pay from your pocket. So we need to make sure that it doesn't have the co-payment clause. And then we need to make sure it doesn't have any room rent cap. So you can basically compare the premiums also. Many a times, many insurance company like charge high premium for not any room rent cap. So you have to just make sure if policies are similar priced, if it is not having any room rent cap, that is good. And actually this thing, when I was like pregnant second time, I got to know about this. My husband's policy is having a room rent cap of 5,000. And it is just not about the room rent. And like my mother-in-law was also there, so my husband was planning, okay, we will take a bigger room so that they can sleep nicely. But then just with the room rent, all the charges were doubling. Just with the room rent of 10,000, like 1 lakh bill was going to 2 lakh suddenly. Matlab, doctor's fees or like surgery operation fees and everything was doubling. It is not just the room rent, all the things doubles. So I don't know what system they have made in the hospital for all the services. So it is not just the room price के okay मुझे 5,000 पे करना है या 10,000 पे करना है. It's about like they have inflated whole amount. Like if you are going for a luxury or like bigger room, or like in some cities even you will not find 5,000 rupees room. So then you need to see if it is not having any room rent cap, that is really good. So it's not only about room rent. Generally now the hospital, what they are doing, they are just increasing the whole package by the like almost double the amount. If room rent is from 5 to 10, so their packages will also be doubling. So it's not just no more about just the room rent. So it's good if you check room rent cap also in your health insurance policy. And then we need to check pre and post hospitalization cover. Most of the time, health insurance companies provide like 1 month pre coverage and 2 months post coverage of hospitalization. So you need to check that in your health insurance policy, or if you are buying, so you can check that. And then check no claim bonus. Many insurance companies provide no claim bonus as well. Like in like suppose in a year you didn't claim anything from a company, so they may provide 20%, 40% no claim bonus. Like you have to pay 40% or 25%, whatever is no claim bonus, you have to put that much less amount for your premium next year. So if you are planning for kid, check for maternity cover as well. So many policies don't have that. So if you are not planning, so it will not matter. But if you are planning like baby anytime soon, so you need to check for this as well. And then you need to check the claim settlement ratio. Like if you find a very good insurance company and you find all the features, but their claim settlement ratio is very poor, like just say 70% or 80%. So you don't want to go with that. Check for at least 90% of the claim settlement ratio. Because sometimes you will mostly not find 100%, because many a time some people do fraudulent also, and they hide some of the information also. So 100% is rare, but 90% plus you need to see. If any company's settlement ratio is 90% and above, it is considered good. And then also amount settlement ratio is also one thing, because many a times what insurance companies do, they settle the claim, but like if you have claimed for 1 lakh, you are eligible for 1 lakh. If they are just paying 50,000 or 60,000, so that also you don't want. You want whatever they have promised, the full amount you want. So you need to check for amount settlement ratio also, okay, how much actually they are settling. And then the restoration benefits. Restoration benefits are like, suppose I have 5 lakh coverage of health insurance policy, and in 1 year I have exhausted, like in first 3 months only I have exhausted full amount 5 lakh. So my generally policies will, without restoration benefit will not give the additional coverage. Like second hospitalization happen or anything happens in the same year. So you need to check. Many policies now provide this restoration benefit, like in one hospitalization or two hospitalization, like in 6 months only you have exhausted your 5 lakh. Many insurance companies restore the benefit. Like if next time something happens, you will be having 5 lakh coverage on your insurance. So this is also important thing to know, कि we are having restoration benefit or not. Like in COVID time, if you see, like for one person, if hospitalization happened and they have exhausted for 5 lakh, if next person got sick, so they will not, if this benefit is not there, they will not get any benefit. So if restoration benefit is there, so suppose like someone else in your family got sick, so they will also get the benefit of the policy. So the amount, original 5 lakh amount will be restored. So you will be getting additional 5 lakh in the same year. So any question on that? I know this is too much and some technical words are also there. So you can take a screenshot of it also if you want, or if you have any questions, you can ask. Or just give me thumbs up so that
Shweta, could you explain fourth point? Check no claim bonus.
No claim bonus is like in 1 year you have not claimed anything. Everything is going fine. So many insurance provider, they give the bonus, like you have to pay 20% less premium. Like this year I have a policy that is I'm paying 30,000 premium. So many insurance provider provide some benefit like 5,000, 10,000. You have to pay this much less next year if you have not claimed anything. So maybe 20,000 or 25,000 only you have to pay this year. So this also you can compare. While comparing the policy, these are the good points if we see.
Okay. So generally, I want to ask one thing about the health insurance also, that many of the companies are not providing like the consultation reimbursement also. Is that true
Yeah, consultation is not provided.
in any of the company?
Like whenever hospitalization is there, that time in that hospitalization they provide. But except for that, if you are going for any consultation, generally, I don't think any provide. But it's not in my knowledge if any company provide that for consultation.
Okay, okay. Just I am asking because with my husband's company that he's a job working, so they are providing some amount for consultation fee,
No,
right?
that's
But
great.
what I am for what I am searching, that mostly most of the companies are not providing that consultation charges. That's why I am asking you about it.
I have not known any insurance that is providing consultation. Please do share with me
Okay,
what
okay.
policy you are having. Or is it from employer?
And oh, it is from employer only. That's why they are
Okay,
providing, I
okay.
guess.
Okay. So in general, any policy I have not seen so far. So my knowledge
Okay,
is also
that's why
not
what,
exhaustive.
yeah. Okay, because I am also searching for another health insurance because that is because what my husband is having, he's having a job. That's why he's having a health insurance. But we are planning to buy a personal one also. That's why we are searching different companies. So I asked this question.
Yes, yes. So it's
Okay,
not in my
okay.
knowledge if any company provide that. And Khushbu, for money
Okay.
market mutual fund, I will be covering in investment in details. This is basically like you can consider like a saving account. Like you are having an account, your money is deposited, you are getting some interest, and you can take out your money as and when you want.
मतलब ये स्टॉक मार्केट इन्वेस्टमेंट है या इसमें भी रिस्क है?
It's not. It's not actually. There is no risk actually. It's like government securities, money market instrument. Like government RBI issue करती है ना T-bills and all those things. So these are instruments rather than bank saving account. It is like when government need fund, तो they issue some of the instrument. तो government को हम पैसा दे रहे हैं. We are the lenders to the government. Government borrow कर रही है and we are giving them the money. And we are getting the interest from the government or from the RBI. So it is like that.
तो इसको भी वही पेटीएम मनी से कर सकते हैं?
हाँ कर सकते हैं. So now this is also one important thing, super top-up plans. So there are top-up plans as well and super top-up. So on your base policy, like your base policy is like 5 lakh rupees, you can have a super top-up like 10 lakh of super top-up, 20 lakh of super top-up. And why super top-up? Because it's like you are getting a big amount of coverage like 20 lakh or 25 lakh with very less premium. You have to just pay 3 or 4,000 for additional 20 lakh of coverage. So it's like highly recommended to have one super top-up plan on your base policy because it's very cost effective. And now if something critical happens, so it's like in hospitals, you can just see how money is just running. So, and super top-up is like a health insurance that provide additional coverage over your primary plan. So it's like if suppose I have a base policy of 5 lakh and I have a super top-up plan of 20 lakh. So if my policy of 5 in single hospitalization I'm talking about, if in same hospitalization 5 lakh is like exhausted and additional 10 lakh is also like the total bill is like 15 lakh. So you will get additional amount from your super top-up plans. And super top-up plan will only pay after your base policy, or maybe you can say after the deductible of your base policy, like 5 lakh or 10 lakh, whatever base policies you are having. So it extend your overall coverage, reduce your out-of-pocket cost, and offer higher limit. So why you are getting this in so low cost is because there are very less chances anyone exhausting their 5 lakh, 10 lakh, rarely like 1% chances. So that's why the premiums are so low on these super top-up plans. In just like 3-4 thousand, you will be getting 20 lakh of super top-up. So the main reason is like they are having the safety net of the base plans, or they don't have to pay till 5 lakh. Over and above that only they will be paying. So that's why you are getting. But for you also, if you see, it's good to have a super top-up plan to have like additional coverage. If you just go for like base plan only for 10 lakh, 20 lakh, so your premium will be like 50,000, 60,000 or over a lakh. If you just say like 20 lakh of base policy, so your insurance cost will be like around 1 lakh. So it doesn't make much sense. So you can have a base policy of 5 lakh to 10 lakh. 5 lakh is also a good number, and over 5 lakh you can have super top-up plan. So I feel this is a good combination, and you can just see like what suits you. So for me, I feel 5 lakh of base policy plus 20 lakh of super top-up is like good to go. So here, like we have to assess our needs, how much we need, and we have to research the options, and we have to regularly review also. Many a times policies also changes. So we have to like every time see if something is coming, they are adding some clause or something is happening. So now I will share that site also that I found. I am not able to see that. I'm not able to share my Chrome window. Can you help? Oh, I'm not sure how to do. Wait. Let me do it again.
You can share.
Chrome का मुझे
And-
window share करना है. Share and then now it's coming. Yeah. Maybe शायद refresh ही करना था. So this is one site, joinditto.in. So in this site, I find it very good for like insurance. So you can just do compare. Actually, this HDFC Ergo, Optima Secure, and Optima Restore are one of the best policies, and their claim settlement and everything is very good. But here this Niva Bupa, here this is also a good policy with most of the benefits that I have talked about. But this one is having less premium amount. This is actually previously Max Bupa. So here, if you see like this HDFC Optima.
Mommy,
And here it is like comparison of NIVA. You can add anyone. I have just taken 2 policies. So here it is showing ki how much network of hospital they have connected for cashless payment, and their claim settlement ratio for HDFC it is 98% and for NIVA is 91%. So they both don't have any co-payment. They don't have any limit on the room rent, and there is no disease sublimit. Many policies also have like cap on particular diseases, pre-existing disease if any. So in most of the policies you will find 3-year waiting period, 3 or 4 year. 3 year is minimum if you are having any existing disease. So there will be a waiting period if you are going for new policy. Pre and post 60 and 180 days are there. No claim bonus. For HDFC, it is like 50% per year. And okay, here they will not, reduce the amount of the premium. They will give you additional benefits. So for HDFC, suppose your policy is 5 lakh. So in next year, it will become 7.5 lakh. And with Max Bupa, it can go like till 50 lakh. From 5 lakh to 50 lakh. And restoration benefit for HDFC is like once. Yeah.
Shweta, do you have somebody at home for full-time health?
Yeah.
It's needed actually
Yes.
for everything. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I see the same person in the morning and then now. So I didn't know that she's there for the whole day. Amazing.
From morning till evening, she's there. HDFC, they provide once for any illness. Like once you have exhausted, suppose your 5 lakh limit. So for one more time, you will get 5 lakh. Max Bupa provide for unlimited number of times, 3, 4, 5 times, any number of times. Health checkup is also included once per year. Maternity is not included in both the plans. Outpatient is not included. Daycare is included. So, yeah. And premium here, they have not written. So here, detailed explanation is also there.
HDFC Agro is better, you are telling.
Yeah, but premium will be more for that. I don't remember exactly now, but it is like, I think at least 50% costly than this. So this was, I think, the most cost effective. NIVA is also good. I am also planning, but my husband is not, we have not just finalized which one to go for. So HDFC is no doubt the best one. If you see the claim settlement or anything, so you will find it really good. But NIVA is also good. So here you are getting like additional so many benefits, and there is no co-payment, there is no cap. So everything is good. Or restoration benefits are there. So this policy also I feel is good only. So you can compare the like whatever policy you are selecting, you can compare the premium and everything, and then you can decide. So
there's something called like Star
Health. Yes, that is also good. For actually my parents, I was searching, so I find this Restore and one HDFC Secure also. That is also very good. So there are many policies. So I'm just starting now and searching. So I found it 3-4 policies really good. So they cover most of the things, and all these points are also covered. But maternity is not there. So you need to be mindful of if you are looking for like second child or like that. So then you have to see it should provide maternity as well. So Star Health Insurance is also good. So any questions you can ask? Otherwise, we'll just take a photo and then we will go. Aarti and Rupal, can you just turn on your camera for a... Thank you so much, dears. Any question, anything? Okay, then we will leave. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. So next session, I will be covering the asset classes, what all asset classes are there, real estate, gold, equity. So I will not going in the much detail. So I will cover like overview of all the asset classes in the next session. And then I will be going to the equity from like next to next session. So thank you, everyone. So I'm stopping it. Thank you.